What's up, Brandon Phantom? How's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. Today we're about to get into a new video. This time we are talking about originals versus remakes, part 1. So let's get into this new series of that I'm doing, and let's talk about each and every single one and give my opinions. And then if you, after the video, you can comment down below if I missed any or what you think would is a great remake or is better than the original, or the original is better than the remakes. So let's go. Up first is Alice in Wonderland. We have the 1903 version, which is actually not too bad. It's about 10 minutes long, but it's actually not too bad. And then we have the 1951 Alice in Wonderland, which is fantastic. And then we have the 2010 Alice in Wonderland with Tim Burton and Mia Wasikowska and Johnny Depp, Anne Hathaway. I think this one is actually pretty good, but the best one is obviously Alice in Wonderland. I know a lot of people kind of like this one, but just to be honest, the Alice in Wonderland Disney one from the 1950s is just so good. So you got the 1903 version, the 1951, and then you have the 2010. And then up next, we have Ben-Hur. We have the 1907 version, which is only about 15 minutes long. Kind of hurts to watch this one because it's like, it's so old, but it's so cut up and whatever. But it's still a great watch because it's really old. And then we have Ben-Hur, A Tale of the Christ from 1925. I've never seen this one, but I hear it's really good. So I'm really curious about this one. It's 143 minutes long, apparently, so that'll be a fun time watch. I'm highly anticipating that. And then we have the 1959 version of Ben-Hur, directed by William Wyler with Charlton Heston. This is a fantastic movie. It's so good. Like, it's in my top 100. It's such a great movie. And then we have the 2016 Ben-Hur version, which just is awful. It is not good at all. It's just not worth talking about. So Ben-Hur 1907, it's fine. We got this one where I'm highly anticipating watching. This one is the best one out of them all. Worst one out of them all, best one out of them all. So, yeah. And then up next is Frankenstein from 1910. This one is actually good little watch. It's not memorable, but it's a really interesting time. And then we have 1931's Frankenstein, the Universal monster one with yeah, like such a great movie. Then we have The Bride of Frankenstein, and then we have Young Frankensteins. I was never a big fan of Young Frankenstein. I know a lot of people love it, but yeah, it's just not my thing. Frankenstein 1910, so yeah, that one's worth watching at least once. Frankenstein, this is the best version, most definitely. And then we have The Bride of Frankenstein, which is the sequel, but still, it's actually kind of a remake of the first one, but it's like a female-led one. But still, it's really good too. And Young Frankenstein. So up next is Tarzan. We have the one from 1918. This one, not that memorable. It's okay. We have Tarzan the Ape Man with Johnny Welsimer. This one was actually kind of a fun time to watch, but still not too memorable either. Then we have the Tarzan from 1999 with Disney. Definitely the best version out of them all. I know there's like sequels to this Tarzan film, but this is the best version. So we got Tarzan of the Apes from 1918, which is okay, but it's worth a one-time watch. This is worth watching a few times, and then this one, just a memorable. Then we have Pollyanna with Mary Pickford from 1920. This movie is so nice. It's only an hour long, and it's definitely a good time. It's on Amazon Prime if you're curious about it. Then we have the remake, Disney remake with Pollyanna, which is just so good with Haley Mills. such nostalgic for such nostalgia for me, I should say. So, so yeah, Pollyanna, which is really good. If I like, I guess I would say this one's the best version, but still, this one is so worth watching. And then we have Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the 1920 version with John Barrymore, which is it's good. It's these movies are definitely worth watching at least once. Then we have the 1931 Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, such a great version. And then we have the 1941 Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with Victor Fleming directing and Spencer Tracy. I'm a huge fan of Spencer Tracy. I'm highly anticipating this one, but so far, for me, this is the best version of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. This is worth watching, once. And then we have up next is The Last of the Mohicans, the 1920 version. I actually own this version as well. 73 minutes. It's such a good movie. Definitely a good time once if you're not big into the older movies, but it's worth watching once. For me, I absolutely adore it. Then we have The Last of the Mohicans from 1936 with Randall Scott. I've never seen this, but it's like I'm highly anticipating because it's another remake. And then we have the best version so far of The Last of the Mohicans with Michael Mann directing and Daniel Day-Lewis and Madeline Stowe. This movie is well done. It really is well done. It's a masterpiece to behold with Daniel Day-Lewis. So, The Last of the Mohicans from 1920, definitely worth a watch. The Last of the Mohicans, I'm highly anticipating, and then the masterpiece that is the 1992 version. And then we have the Mark of Zorro from 1920, starring Douglas Fairbanks. I apologize, I cannot speak. The Mark of Zorro. This is actually a fine version. It's silent version, and it's really good with Douglas Fairbanks. And then we have the Mark of Zorro from 1940 with Tyrone Power. I adore this one. It's definitely one of those times where it's like I'm having a hard time deciding which movie I like, because we have the Mask of Zorro, which is technically a remake of that one as well, with Martin Campbell directing and Antonio Banderas. So if I had to choose, I would definitely choose the Mark of Zorro. But all three of these are just fantastic. Absolutely, and I recommend them all. The Mark of Zorro 1920, the Mark of Zorro 1940, and the Mask of Zorro from 1998. And then up next is Robin Hood with Douglas Fairbanks again from 1922. This one, it's okay. It's not the most memorable thing, but it is worth a watch. And then we have The Adventures of Robin Hood, with 1938, with Michael Curtis directing and Errol Flynn. This is such a great swashbuckler, so good. It's the music is fantastic. The Technicolor is fantastic as well. Then we have Robin Hood with the Disney version of the cartoon. Lots of childhood memories with this one. It's definitely worth a watch a lot of times. And then we have the 1991 Kevin Reynolds directed and Kevin Costner starring Robin Hood. This one, it's fun. It's really fun. It's not the best version, but it's definitely a fun time. And then we have Robin Hood Men in Tights, the spoof with Mel Brooks, and it's hilarious. If you haven't seen it, you guys gotta watch it. It's so good. And then we have the Ridley Scott version with Russell Crowe. I actually like this one. I know a lot of people don't, but I kind of like it. It's a fun time. But is it the most memorable? No. Is it the best one? Definitely not. And then we have the latest remake, Robin Hood with Taron Egerton. This one's okay. It's fun. It was a fun first time watch, but to be honest, it just doesn't do anything for me. So, Robin Hood, definitely a worth one-time watch. The Adventures of Robin Hood, one of my top 100 movies of all time. This movie is so good. So, of all the versions, I definitely recommend this one. This one, such a fantastic nostalgia piece for me. I recommend this one as well. Go into this one if you're, yeah, it's a fun time, but it's like I know a lot of people aren't big on it. So, and then Robin Hood Men in Tights, obviously, yeah. And then this one, yeah, I'm not really gonna recommend it because it's like I know people are just like on it. And then Robin Hood the remake, which is just nah. All right, and then finally, the end of part one, we got the Hunchback of Notre Dame with Lon Chaney. You got Wallace Woolsey directing. This one is a good time watch, at least once, from 1923, and then we have the 1939 version, which is an excellent version with Charles Laughton. Such a painstakingly hard one to watch. And then we have the 1956 version, which I'm highly anticipating as well, because Anthony Quinn is starring in it, and just really excited for this when I finally see it. And then we have the Hunchback of Notre Dame from 1996. This is the absolute best version, and I don't know why I give that only 3 stars, but this is such an excellent film. 4.5 out of 5. So this one, both of these versions are worth checking out, but this is the best version of the Hunchback of Notre Dame films. And that was part 1 of my video of originals versus remakes. I just want to say, if you are new here and made it to the end of this video, I just want to say I appreciate you coming by and checking out the video. You can go to my channel and check out other videos like this. I give top 10s, movie reviews, and trailer reactions as well. And if you do subscribe, don't forget to click the bell to get notified of future videos. And if you are a returning subscriber, I seriously appreciate you. Seriously, I do. I have a Patreon if you would like to check me out there to support me. I give early access to videos like these and all the other videos on my channel. If you want to request a video once a month where you can get a video made by me, that you can get that for the Patreon. And then if you are on Twitter, you can follow me there to get updates on the videos and get movie news and a bunch of stuff like that. And I have a Discord if you'd like to join there to interact with me and a bunch of others. So I appreciate you guys. Stay random.